Mic test. Mic test. Oh, wrong output. Alright, let's give this a shot here. Much better. Okay, what's going on, traders? I hope you're having a good day. We just locked in, I don't know, 16 micro points there on the MES shorting point of control. And I was using the trail stop entry, so moves, let's see, 8 points into profit, and then it trails the market. What does it trail? Five points. Anyway, lock that one in, so it's good. Alright, let's get out of there. I'm hoping that my microphone is turned up enough. I went to listen to my stream yesterday during the AC/DC with my son, and I was like, man, I'm not very loud. So apologies for that. Oh, volatility, man. That sucks. Sorry to hear that, my friend. So here's the last few trades to get me to 70 here. Right here. Essentially that. Just scalping. Got long here. Right above opening VWAP, 30-second. So the VWAP of the first 30 seconds of trade. And then, so it's always a high volume area. And then it was the prior low of the breakout point. And then got short right into POC. And so that earned me the 70 points here. Of course, I said I would go live a few minutes ago, but I was like, well, let me make this trade first because I don't want to do two things at once. So anyway, there's that. And then same trade exactly on the NASDAQ. Right from here to here, right in this area, so whatever. We'll turn off these lines. When the lines are red, then it means it's a loser, but they're not red right now. So anyway, 10 SMA up here. Let's see, what else do we have? We have a volume node up here, right below the breakout of this structure up here. And not a whole lot of volume up until that point. And then we have the 10 SMA sort of in this region right here, right? So it happens to be in about the same zone. Oh, you guys can't see the bubbles. One reason, I guess, to have more charts, but then you guys aren't going to see everything very clearly. So, whatever. I guess we'll not do that. I'm on Linux, so it's hard for me to adjust these screens quickly. I've got to open up a menu and then start adjusting the screen resolution size and pixels manually. This is the Linux thing here with OBS. It's different in Windows, totally different. You got shortcut hotkeys and stuff, but yeah, is what it is. Better trading experience for me. But yeah, good day. I hit all my goals on the minis, so full size, and I'm 100% on trades over there, and so I'm just chilling. I'm like, you know what? Get on the mic, go connect with some people, see how other folks are trading today, and do some walking while I burn calories, burn time, yada yada yada. So that's it. Let's see what we got here. A little bit long. There we go. Come on, a little more. We think we want to be short, I mean. I said a little long. Here, let's do it like some people do. As soon as they get profit, we'll take profit. And let's just do that repeatedly and see what happens. All right, we got short in here. We took profit in here. What was the risk reward here? Let's click on, oops. Let's click on this. Turn this on. Look. Short here, took profit right here. All one order, right? So I don't know how many we were short. 4, 5. So what was it, 70? So 13 MES points just to take 4 or 5 here. So 13 points times 5, 10, 5, 50, 3, 5, 15, about 65 bucks in what, a few seconds? So if you were really good at scalping and you had these little rules, 10 SMA first tap, and then I take, let's say a 2-point stop loss, and I'll take whatever I get, 7 ticks. How often could you be right scalping in that way, right? Just getting in, getting out. It's good to ask yourself these questions routinely as the market changes behavior, because not every day is the same. But anyway, I'm not suggesting this is right. I'm asking the questions that you guys should be asking yourselves. The right thing to do is to let this run back to about here, and then take some off, and then hold the rest. Right? That's the right thing to do. So let's go. Oh, see? I had the right idea, didn't I? Little bounce, maybe. I don't know. So let's do what we suggested, which is what? Every time we get a little bit of profit, boom, we hit it. Oh, see. How much did we make there? Now, I don't even know. What, 82, 83? 2 points? This is a sure way to the poorhouse. What if I get stopped out? What if I get stopped out for the full stop on the next trade? Right? I think I could do this all day long and still make money, but it's not the right way to trade. Why? Because when you get that full stop and you get it a few times in a row, you reverse all of the progress that you made for the whole day. Let's see. Hold on. I'll check the chat right now. I'm actually not walking on the treadmill yet, but it's coming. Hey, good morning, Shane. What's up, Gusa? Thank you for that volatility premia. Yeah, I mean, the Twitter was, I even gave people time to read the tweet and get into position up there. Yeah. And people say you can't call the markets sometimes, right? In real time. Come on now. This is all about prediction, right? Remember I ranted about that I don't know, maybe a week ago or 2 weeks ago? How some traders say you can't predict markets, right? That's like, we're in the nature, like the very nature of this game is trying to predict markets, whether short or medium or long term. Some of us do it consistently and others don't. But it's laughable when people say that. And what they actually mean is you can't predict markets with certainty. Duh. But just say what you mean, right? You can't predict markets with certainty. You don't know the future. Well, no. No kidding. Oh, good question, Shane. So, hope this is on. Yeah, it's on. So this volume profile here is for RTH, regular trading hours. And this smaller one, so you notice the width on this is wider. And then this smaller one, the width is not as wide, right? This is Globex, okay? So essentially this one, I have it set for width to always be like 8% of the screen width, and this one's like something like 11 or 12% of the screen width. And the reason I do that is because I want this RTH volume profile to look relatively wider compared to the Globex, because RTH, there's more volume that occurs and its weighting is generally just more important. So that's why I do it. So anyway, RTH, ETH, and then sort of explaining the width. And you know, you could probably already see it here. I total the volumes from each at the bottom. So the volume in regular trading hours right now is 1.04 million contracts during this session. Look at Globex, 430,000 contracts, right? With the POC of what, 3882. Volume above POC, 273,000. Volume below that POC, 150,000. Okay. So you could see here in RTH, even though Globex trades for, I don't know, more than twice as long in terms of time, or near twice as long, we don't do anywhere near the volume in Globex, right? I think you guys all know that, but in case you don't, you're newer to trading, you know, Globex is the overnight session, right? So it's the time outside of the stock market's regular trading hours, which is 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So anything outside of those hours we consider Globex or ETH, extended trading hours for futures. But futures, you know, they're open 23 hours a day, almost 6 days a week, because they're open on Sunday afternoon or Sunday evening, depending if you're on the East Coast. For me, they open at 3 p.m. But so anyway, that's what it is. I like to see where they're positioned in Globex compared to regular trading hours, and I want to see how the market is reacting to the overnight inventory, and that's why I do it that way. It's also why in my TPO chart, here I'll drag it over real quick, or will I? Let me see. Hold on. Yeah, we'll turn that off. Okay, cool. All right. So this is my TPO chart, time profile opportunity chart, and this is for the E-mini. So you see how this is regular trading hours, this is ETH, extended trading hours, and you see how we move in the various sessions. I have it broken out, right? You see how the Asian session here had a flat top here. So this is a big volume ledge, which we actually went and found stops above here in the RTH. And it's another reason why you should have shorted up there with that huge volume absorption that I pointed out on Twitter. But, you know, I'm looking at all these things going, oh yeah, good confluence and a good opportunity. I could have been wrong. I would have stopped out above highs. It's fine. Doesn't always work out. Today it did. But anyway, you could see here that the regular trading hours is like black on the background, and for Globex or extended trading hours, it's sort of light gray here. And so I break up Globex into USA2 for reasons. You got to go watch my TPO upload where I show you how to build TPO, and I give you all the reasons for that, or many reasons. And then I break up the Asia, which it's not really Asia. Asia starts, I would say, more at like 8 p.m. Eastern would be a better approximation. I have it broken up on a different chart, but for the purposes of a new daily bar, right? You know, you get at 5 p.m. Eastern to 6 p.m. Eastern for futures, you get that close, that hour close. I want to see the profile and what it looks like from the beginning of after that hour close. So that's why I call it Asia, even though it includes a little bit of the when US stocks are still trading essentially after the close until what is it, 8 p.m. Eastern. Got to convert everything in Eastern Standard Time, and sometimes I just suck at it if I don't say it all the time. Anyway, I just call that Asia, even though part of this is obviously the U.S. time. So anyway, I separate that, and then I look at the European session, which is midnight my time or 3 a.m. Eastern, and I see how it trades, right? And so when I compare the way that this block traded, the way that this block traded, and then I compare how this block traded, I always every single time I can deduce things about the market and the various interpretations of how folks who are trading from other countries are buying or selling our stock market. And so I put together game theory around that. And that's a little more complex than just a short streaming little YouTube video where I'm trying to trade the markets live. But and that I would say you should watch it for a while and then start to ask yourself certain questions to understand it. But anyway, so I track the European session. So essentially I track what? 1, 2, 3, 4 different sessions, right? And then you know, I can turn this off or on in terms of ETH versus RTH, but just by a button, right? This is a moon and a sun behind. So RTH, so evening full session, RTH versus ETH, just a button. So if I click that button and it starts to load, let's watch something else. Let's watch the market sell a little bit here while this loads. And then let's see, I'll show you something else too along the same lines. Let me do this. We'll go to chart, show title bar. And I was talking about the Asian session earlier. See that? So this is my 5-minute candlestick chart that's got some volume profiles and TD Ameritrade VWAP on there, right? You see the green dotted line? That's TD VWAP, TD Ameritrade VWAP. So I've got VWAP calculated according to essentially it matches TD Ameritrade's VWAP as calculated on the TD or Thinkorswim platform, right? And so anyway, I've got settlements up here. I've got volume pointed controls, value area high, and I show it always developing value area high and low. So like this blue is how developing value area high and developing value area low looked like, right? You see VVAL, volume value area low. We see it developing, right? It's not just a new line during the session. I see some people only care about the current value area high, value area low. As a matter of fact, nothing against Matt, but I watched his just because he mentioned or he made a comment the other day, I was like, you know, let me go see what this guy's doing. And I looked at his setup, right? He uses looks like VWAP and some other things, and I noticed that he has value area high, value area low, and POC, and they're just straight lines. And so he knows when they've moved or whatever, but he doesn't know where they were in the session before because he doesn't show DevPOC or Dev value area high value. That's important because you want to know how it developed and how price moved against that developed value area high, value area low, and POC. It's really important for game theory. So hey Matt, if you're watching this, shout out to you, man. I'm giving you a little tip here. if you'll take it. But anyway, let's see. So that's what this is. But then what I was kind of pointing out, and so then notice I have the 10 SMA and 20 SMA, right? But notice here, right, you see these labels. I have USA too. I have the major Asia, but then I have something called Japan, right? And that's really where the party gets started most of the time. And if you go add this to your time frame, which is, I don't know, I guess it's 8 p.m. Eastern, you'll see we often get movements, right? So this is what happened the last night, right? Japan, boom, straight up, and then Europe straight down, right? So there's that European session. We went and took out all the stops here for this session, right? You see that? So it's kind of like bringing this back in here. Come on. Anyway, this is now RTH only. See that? It's RTH, 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 RTH. Because this, when I loaded it, it was... hold on. When I loaded it, it was... sorry. I'm just moving it out of the way here. Anyway, it's just RTH only. Whatever. Let me go look at the chat, see what you guys are saying at this point. I'm just on one of my little break it all down rant type things. So my video is not clear? Yeah, I mean, I guess this isn't clear. Maybe it's not buffering. It is in 1080p, so I don't know. Maybe I need to go into the settings here. Hold on. Output, audio, video. Sorry about that. Video output is currently active. Output, recording quality. Okay, Jack, thank you very much. Because I was about to disconnect the stream and try something else, so I don't know. Yeah, I mean, maybe some of you guys have small screens, and so the font's going to look really small, so I don't know. I'm not sure what's going on, but maybe that. I don't know. Again, I'm using a 49-inch monitor up here, and I really don't care about all the fonts and stuff for the most part, but as long as you guys can see sort of the lines and stuff, I guess that's good enough. I don't know. I've got to make this workable for me to trade, and I got lots of screens up and stuff, and I still have to turn this treadmill on and start walking so I can get some more oxygen. Feel a little. I've had my 2 espressos. Maybe I need a 3rd. Okay, I think we're good here. There we go. Let's see what happens tonight. Oh, Gusa. But you know, Gusa, didn't you just... I mean, I'm not trying to rip on you, but didn't you say that you couldn't figure out how I built my footprint? And man, I was really clear about that video, and you're saying you can't do it, you need help. So you need to be a little more... You need to be a little bit more particular and take a little more time and notice all the details in my video, because I can't sit here and help every single person that doesn't carefully watch my videos. So slow it down, screenshot the screen, pause it all the time, and go do it that way, because it's, it seems to me that you're consistently struggling with how to build my stuff and saying it's not right. I've noticed your comments, but I can't help people like you all the time. I just can't do it. Otherwise, I turn into Sierra Chart Engineering. I'm not going to do that, my friend. It's a little too much. You got to be a little more detail oriented. Let's do what we said, right? Let's take profit soon on everything. All right. Cancel all those. So can we make money? We went from, I think, 84, 85 here to 93, right? We can make a little bit of money doing that, but let's see when we're wrong on any trade, we're going to get blown out. And it's okay, because I made good money on the E-minis. I'm just demonstrating that you can be right 100% almost and have really, really, really shitty risk reward. Yeah, man, you gotta follow through. If I'm spending time to show you guys how to build stuff, you need to commit to spending time to taking it step by step, right? Because otherwise it's disrespectful of my time. I'm just being honest about that. You need to be detail oriented, because I'm doing this for free out of basically goodwill, and I don't make a lot of money off the YouTube at all relative to what I make with trading. So it's just, I find it a little bit like, just to be honest, I find it a little bit annoying when people don't really pay. They watch a video once, they don't understand it, and they don't go back and watch it a few times for their own sake. And I'm not going to answer lots of detailed questions unless we become really good friends and we're or texting each other all day or something. And I know you're the kind of person that follows through. But if you don't, I'm just, I ain't going to suffer the person who's not willing to just read a little bit or watch it. So just note that. Please try not to waste too much of my time, because you got to realize that like, even on Discord and stuff, there's people that have contacted me, that have my contact info, and in the hundreds, right? And everybody at the same time, if I'm not clear on something, I'll know it, because I'll get like 40 emails from people. And if I get all these people that they just don't, well, I get a lot of people asking me a lot of questions, and I just don't have time to be a full-time support guy. Anyway, I know I'm making that clear. I'm not trying to be an asshole or anything about it. I'm really not. I'm putting my big boy pants on here and talking from the perspective of it is what it is. I'm not making money off of I don't sell chart books, right? I don't distribute chart books, and as part of it's because I make money trading. So I just share all this stuff in the hopes that, hey, maybe I can connect with some good traders, and in the future we all connect and have a good time trading together. That's ultimately my goal. That's why I get active from time to time. I connect with traders that I really like, and then I might go silent for 4 or 5 months while I get to know all these people, and then I don't know. it's in reality, I'm just not building some trading community empire. It's just not what I'm doing here. So I know that's not going to be popular with some people, but I don't care. It is what it is. Andre, I'm not gonna block anybody unless they're just being a jerk. It's all good. Gusa, you can ask all the questions you want, but I'm just saying, if they fall under the if they fall under the category of you're not doing your due diligence, then it's not cool. So it's all good. I don't mind pointing this out so that others I think most people get the idea. Um, like, you know, you don't just, yeah. I'm ranting about it now, so I need to stop. So, da, 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 da. You know what though? I've never done a. I was watching Matt's video, Trades by Matt, last night. I've never done a top step or anything like that, and so I'm kind of familiar. I've talked to a lot of people who've done them, so I'm familiar with the process and the drawdowns, trailing drawdowns, stuff like that. Not though not in detail. I haven't read it for myself. I've just heard other people talk about it. I'm curious. I'm interested in at least trying it, just for the sake of saying I did it or I didn't do it or whatever, right? Because it's a different style of trading probably than what I do. I'll be honest, I'm not a humongous advocate of that, but um, I'm not trying to take anybody's shine or anything like that. It's just I like trading my own money, and I don't know. There are strategies involved with trading your own money that I think are a little bit more sustainable for the long term. But I realize it's low risk for a lot of people, and so it makes sense from that perspective. Um, I suggest if you've made some money over the long haul, try trading your own money because there's just nothing like it in terms of psychology and the kind of risk you can take and the positions, and you don't have to worry about trailing drawdowns and blah 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 blah. You're psychologically, you come out a lot stronger when you feel the pressure of your own money or whatever. Oh, you know what? It encourages bad behavior. Maybe, GP, maybe. I don't know. Again, how can I speak to it in detail if I've never done it? So, take everything I'm saying with a grain of salt. Oops. Let's get in. All right. Wait, am I supposed to take profit every time I'm in profit? Is that what's going on here? All right. Damn it! You look at how fast they are. I swear they see my market order coming, and they just move the bid up, and then I get a poorer fill. Golly, that's terrible. Anyway, okay, we took another. Oh, I don't remember what it was. 93 something. We took another $5 out of the market. Woohoo! But what if I stopped out? All right, let's short again. Really bad entry. Boom. All right, we're in profit. Oh, take it. Oh, I don't even know how much we took. Where were we at before this? I have to rewind the video. Let's see. Oh, the video is poor quality for me. It must be buffering. Yeah. Anyway, GP, I don't know. I'm not a. Let's see. Prop firms are a bit predatory, says Dan S. They advertise 100K account, trade 20 minis, but your account size is really only your 3K drawdown. Trading 1 mini can wipe you out very quickly. Yeah, but you're not risking much to get in. That's the thing, Dan. I mean, what are you paying, right? Let's say someone has some referral link, you save 20 bucks, and it's what, normally 150 bucks. So you're really risking what, $130 to be able to use somebody else's money, right? And then I don't know, it's a great way to learn. And if you're really good at that style of trading, I mean, maybe it is something that you can do long term. I don't know. I've never done it, so I don't know. But you do have a lot less risk. So I've been asked to trade other people's money. I'll be very upfront about that. And I considered it. And they wanted to see everything from me, right? What have you done over the last 5, 6, 7, 8 years? And not just, trade logs. They wanted to see broker statements and all of that. So that's the normal thing. If you're going to trade somebody's money, they're going to really research whether you're a good trader or not. And so I was asked to say trade somebody else's money, but I strongly considered it. But that comes with its own set of stresses. Somebody looking over your shoulder, right? The fear of losing somebody else's money, somebody that you've respect, right? That kind of thing. So I don't know. I guess the point of me talking about that is that I'm just highlighting the stresses psychologically of the various scenarios, right? Are you trading a prop firm's money? Are you trading an individual's money? Are you on top step, right, with more stringent risk management, a risk management that's really difficult to accommodate, maybe because of trailing drawdowns and depending on, which funded program you're using. Is that difficult for you? Does that go with your trading style, right? A lot of questions have to be answered in regards to that. Looks like a little bit of ice up here. Yeah. Big ticks. Big ticks. Look at me buying tops. Let's see. Oh, I was in profit. I should have taken it, huh? It's okay. I think we're going to get our opportunity. Bing! All right, what are we at now? Oh, 2 more points. Is this the way to the poorhouse? So this is the question, right? So we've gone from 70, I think, to start, to 97. Now these are in points, okay? So we've gone from 70 points to 97 points, or 97 and a half points. Okay, let's go into this. Jeez. I'm a noob. I accidentally hit reload. Breakout trading and small profits. The best recipe for disaster. Let's go. Studies. Get this out of the way. Trading, profit, loss. We'll make it easier because I think people are like, what? How much is a point? Well, let's do currency. I think that'll help. All right, so that's not right either because we're on MES here. And this is calculating ES profits. So that's not right. Points is going to be the only thing. Unless I go change the chart settings. I guess I can go do that. Yeah. F it. Let's just do that. We'll do it for this video one time, and then I'll have to change it back. What a pain. What a pain in the butt. All right. Oops. Came up way over here. Okay. Tick size there. Amount per tick. $1.25 instead of $12.50. Okay. 1.25. Now we'll get this right. Apply all. Okay. And now we got our P&L. Right. Again, I'm executing on MES on an ES chart. So it's using the ES chart settings to calculate P&L. So we got to go in and change the currency value per tick from $12.50, which is the ES, to $1.25, which is 1/10 of that $12.50, right? MES contract. A bit of absorption up there at that high, huh? Right? You see the iceberg up there? Or whatever it was. Look, right there. See, it's all light hardcore blue. Anyway, we can do this. Certainly, we can make all these fonts bigger and you guys can all see all the individual numbers. Is that really that useful? No, it's not. You want to see bright colors for potentially absorption or initiative buyers up here past the level. And then you want to see the volume profile, right? And then you want to see rotations, and then you want to see red and blue, right? So dragonfly type action. Dragonfly meaning alternate colors, where you get impulses, then you get, a change. So like here, this has been an absorptive delta area here in the RTH. This has been net buying. This has been absorptive, right? So you're looking kind of for the same thing. So you don't really care about the numbers per se, especially in volatility. But anyway, what am I doing? All right, let's look at the chat. I'm more interested in interacting with you guys today rather than talk. It gets tiring to talk and talk and talk. I'll build up a little bit of motivation to talk, and then maybe I'll get rolling later. We'll see. Okay. Oh, I guess nothing's really changed. Okay. See, like this micro NASDAQ, the points are always going to be accurate, but the dollar values are not because they're based on the chart settings. So this is 200 points or $400 net. This is, I don't know, $450. So they're like $800 or $900 on the micros. Remember, I trade the minis, and I did well on the minis. So this is just all right. Come on. Come on, baby. Come on. Come on. Oh, God. I don't even know if this changed. Did it just change? I think it changed. 485? What was it before I took that stupid scalp? We'll call it stupid scalp. Here. Let's see how we've traded. Let's see how I've traded. Okay? Oops. What the heck's going on? Click. Click. Okay, there you go. Ding. These are fine. Okay? Not fine. Not fine. Not fine. See how I could have gotten blown out? But you get these little overlaps, right? My point is you can, if you're in some kind of profit, you usually can take it. Are you going to be wrong first? You could have been wrong first, then it came back down. Okay. In and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. It's terrible. This is what a lot of people's screens look like. Believe it or not. You know, of course you guys believe it, you know. All these little lines that are within seconds of each other, maybe a minute or two. Oh gosh. So let's address something here by looking at these lines. If you can only trade one micro, okay, are you better off holding your trade or taking a bunch of tiny little scalps? All right, if you're leveraged up with one micro, that's enough for you. There comes a sweet point in every single market environment where there's volatility, where the market takes time to move out of range. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bars, and we're now out of a decent range. So 92 to, I don't know, say 05. So you might be able to get your 10 points with a 5-point stop loss. So 2 to 1 R. But it took you 20 minutes, right? So you compare that to, well, I'm a good scalper and I can get momentum. And I took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I don't know, 8 or 9 contracts, micros. And I took 9, let's say 9 at 92, and I got out all at 96. So 9 times 4 is 36 times 5. $5, right, per point. So 45 40 times 5, 200. 4 times 5 is 20, so 180 bucks from here to here. Now, where's your edge, right? How good are you at turning over that edge in the short term, right? I turned around and shorted 3 contracts here and took 99 down to 95, let's say, 4 points. 12 points. 12 times 5, 60 bucks minus whatever, commissions. I don't know, 55 bucks, right? So now we're up 225 bucks off these 2 trades or something, or whatever it was. I don't know. But I rotated my edge, or I turned over my edge very fast. So you see, like, these people who say this type of trading is better than this type of trading, there's a little bit more detail. There's a little bit more to it than just you gotta hold your trades versus, you know, I scalp in and out and turn over my edge fast, right? There's reasons for whether you should be holding your trade for longer versus not. If you can only trade, let's say, 1 E-mini, you can't scale in, right? And you're not very good at judging short-term momentum in the market, well, in that case, let's say you have a 3-point stop loss, and this isn't just hindsight trading, right? It's just using common sense. You should be letting that thing run a bit. You should give it time to break a range, because then maybe you'll get a reversal, right? And it'll be range up, and that one contract that you're trading, maybe it's the pullback and we range up and you can let it run. And that one contract nets you 20 points, right? And you've only, you know, traded 1 time, and you're still, let's say you have a, I don't know, $10,000 or $15,000 account, you're risking 150, 200 bucks on your stop loss. But if you can net 15 or 20 points, as far as a return on an account, now you're talking about, you know, you're talking about 750 to 1,000 bucks minus 4 or 5 bucks commissions. That's a lot more appealing than, you know, spending 100 bucks in commissions and only making $400 or $500 and having all kinds of risk all day. And then if you're wrong on your momentum scalping, you have a really bad day, right? So then you have to be more on your game scalping than the other way, which is like, you know, you can be maybe a little more relaxed. You learn some patience, etc. So I mean, a lot of this goes with personality and what works for you and what kind of market we're in, right? But the markets are shifting in their dynamics quite often. We all know this. Hey, VIX is 35 or VIX is 20. Oh, we're in a downtrending market. Oh, we're in an uptrending market, right? We're holding the 10 SMA in an uptrend. Oh, we're not holding the 10 SMA in an uptrend. It's an inside day. It's choppy as hell, right? It's algo o'clock, right? All these things. Oh, the Fed is going to be, you know, FOMC in 3 days. The whole market nobody wants to take a big position. Nobody wants to try and sell the market. We're just ranging, right? So the market changes its behavior all the time. And so your trading style, in my opinion, should change with that in proportion to what is your own personal best trading style. All right, so there's a range to your own. Oh, here, a little breakout. Do we take it? Do we take it? There's about 50% of this pullback right here. So this is a short-term BBWC base breakout with consolidation right here. See that? A little bit. Little bit, but it's choppy. It's really choppy. You can see by the movement, stops hit above the local highs, and then it doesn't go anywhere. Oh, maybe that's the best place to scalp short. I don't know. It's tough. This is not easy. Here, it's algo o'clock, right? Between 10 and 11 Pacific Standard Time. And then sushi boys come back at 11, and then the market starts to giddy up a little bit. But it's not a fun time to trade. Anyway, little rant there. Let's turn this off. Boom. All right. Those are off. Those are off. Okay, we're good. Here, there. Whoa, did we really fill just like that? Flatten. Take profit. That's what we do. We got to fill here. A weird fill on the micros. An advantageous fill on the micros, even though the NASDAQ was further away from the market, even on my DOM. You love that when that happens. You click on the NQ DOM, which is actually executing on the micros, and then the micros fill, and the NQ doesn't even show it went there, right? A little bit of inefficiency between the two. And we took our profit, bing, out. Let's see if we can get a 100% win rate on like 0.5R. Now, I've been telling you guys I can get 90% win rate on like 0.6, 0.7, sometimes 0.8 Rs almost all day. But maybe I can get 100% or 98% win rate on 0.5, 0.6 Rs. Now, is that going to set the worst example in the world to some of you newbies? I'm going to be up front. That's probably not very sustainable if you can't read the market well. I need water. I'll be back. I'm getting dehydrated. With me. So I don't waste time. Well, I gotta do some more trading and then I'll go hang out and play chess with you after the market closes and after I'm done making more money. Does that sound good? Maybe you could leave a door open and I'll be still really quiet. You'll be quiet if I leave the door open? Really? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we can do that. That's good. That way I could look at this wonderful view. Okay, I'll open the other door. That way we have full open doors here. It's also better for me, man. If the doors are open, I get better airflow out of the office because all my monitors generate way too much heat. So I sit in here and I boil like a rotisserie chicken on a treadmill. It just heats me up. Oh, look at this market selling off. What the heck? I leave and this is what you guys do? Sell it down? Dang it. All right. Little volume node here. Balance area. Double balance takes us to node. I know some of you guys are looking at head and shoulders, knees and toes on the day. Into opening VWAP 30 seconds, bottom of the volume node. Let's get long. All right, we're long now. I think I may have lost money on that one. Rotisserie chicken on a treadmill. Oops, I didn't realize you could hear that. Oops, my wife's giving me looks now. She's like, babe. She's stretching on the ground. Okay, back to it. Wah, wah. All right, how do we take profit? Boom, out, cancel order. All right, back to, I don't even know. Okay, I'm gonna have to start keeping track of these winners or losers. Let's do it. Let's do this. Because I don't even know if the last trade was a winner or a loser, because I hit flatten. The market flipped around, and I think I just paid the broker, and that's it. So let's see. Right here. Oh, yeah. I think I bought here, I bought here, and then I flattened here. So I must have made a few ticks. Like $2, maybe $3 or $4. I don't know. Then this was $5. Okay. All right. We're short here. We're going to get roasted? Probably. Oops. Bracket on, bracket off. Come on. All right, is this going to be the time? Is this going to be the time that I make the mistake? Could be. Could be, guys. Look. I'm over here like, okay, then now, let's see if we make the even bigger mistake. Let's add. Not only do we add, let's add with no stop. We're like, how dare you? Dear, let's just demonstrate what stupid trading looks like. Now you got to scale. Now you're getting roasted, right? You're like, I got to scale out because now I'm averaging down to a loser, right? Oh no, now I'm down $40. Well, I gotta add to this loser. Okay. It's fine. The ticks are going up, 2,000 ticks. And now I'm really wrong. Well, okay, how do most of you trade? Now I want to get out at break even. All right, I'm 6 short. Is it going to work out for me? Oh, it bounced just above where I wanted to get out. Look. Look. The algos are playing just against me. Look. All right, well, now it's going up higher. It's the base of the breakout. Well, now I'm too cucked to even want to short. Because, you know, I've gone to 6 micros on my $5,000 account. I really don't want to add anymore. Was that my stops just now? Oh, no, now they're buying. Now I'm really screwed. Okay, let's add, right? Let's add. Now I'm really screwed, guys. 493.95. Thank you. All right, now I'm feeling nervous. I'm just going to go through. Now I'm feeling really nervous, guys. So I got to put some stops in, some protective stops. But I don't want to stop out of this whole position. I really don't want to stop out of this whole position. Can I admit a loss here? Can I admit a loss? I don't want to admit a loss. Oh, screw it. I don't want to admit this loss. Let's get rid of my stops, okay? This is what you guys do. No, well, damn it. Oh, I'm down $200. I've cut my earnings in half today. You know what? Oh, God. What do I do? All right, let's just add. Let's add. Okay, this is what's happening. Now I've sloppily entered here, 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 here. What? Now what? Think about this for a second. Instead of adding here, putting my stops here, right, where this is the breakout area, I've added all the way up. Now what do I have to do to get out at break even? The candle has to go all the way down halfway, right? For me to get out. This is trading psychology 101, and this is why people get screwed. Right? Now we're stopping out of the position. Oh no. Now what are you doing? You gonna flip long? Okay, let's flip. Alright, let's flatten. Let's go long. So now we're down to what? Negative $22 on the day? right? And I'm long. Right from the top of this thing, I'm long. And I'm saying, you know, I'm going to go ahead and I was wrong, so now what are you doing? Okay. Now you're taking profit for what? Well, my closed P&L, $7.35. At least I'm positive on the day. But what do? You turn around and you take freaking a point. Because you're so cucked by the way you've been trading that you're desperate to have a winner, any winner you can. This is what people do over and over and over again. It's hilarious. This is why I play against trap traders. Anyway. No, it's not demo. But it's like a demo. So if we're wrong here, you just stop out. Whatever. Back up to T plus 1. This orange is settlement. It's fine. It's going to stop. They're buying. Remember, I'm already profitable on the E-minis. Watch my video from yesterday. Watch my videos from yesterday, then you'll understand. It's not... this is one of those days that I... Here we go, sorry. Da 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 da. Looking up at E-mini liquidity. All right. And there we go. Yeah, well, Yusunamo, I think for me, this time is like totally different than what other people would expect from their trading for this amount of money for this time. And I really didn't want it to. I didn't want to go negative on the day. I really didn't. I mean, it just so happens that the situation was more perfect than I could have imagined for suck. Shit happens. I mean, I'm gonna look back on this and go, damn it. Well, that sucks. Oh, jeez. All right, let's go look and see what's going on here. Get myself centered again with trading. That's right, Jack. Come on. Wink, wink. I think I'll get it back. I don't know. We'll see. Da. There we go. Sweeps. We have liquidity on the E-mini right up there at 18s, 18 and 19. So let's see. Getting the last little bit of liquidity filled down here. Jesus. Should have held that short, huh? All right. Now we have to stop out if it goes lower, and that's fine. Node right up here. Didn't get what I wanted. I actually wanted to be a little short off the bounce. I'm on a treadmill. Yeah. Bummer. What are you going to do? And 18s. 5. Just got a long text from my brother-in-law. The cool one. Well, they're all cool, I guess. If either of you are listening to this, you're both cool. They're not. They're working hard. Come on. Come to Papa. Come to Papa. 6, 7, 8. Now I'm just all focused on getting my money back and not talking much, but we'll see. We'll see if that happens. Right. Oh. Can we find stops into this zone? To about here is the question. Right here. Into 03s. That is the question. There we go. A little bit. Come on. There you go. Man. Come on. Can you go a little more? A little more, please. So now the bottom of that becomes resistance. And there's a player trying to defend here at 0625. And you know, they're just going to get hurt is what it is. Now there's liquidity a little higher. Into 10s. And now we can just let it roll. Seven, yeah, that's about right. Little more liquidity above us now. They are resting liquidity. Come on. All right. Whatever. Sorry, I gotta answer. Oh, you know what? Gotta answer my brother-in-law here. Let's get this. Let's at least get one going. Sushi Boy's back from lunch, by the way. You guys notice how 8 minutes ago that's timed with the 5-minute bar and then the 3 minutes into this bar, 4 minutes into this bar? The liquidity is timed with the arrival of the Sushi Boys. It's interesting, isn't it? That's why I talk about these things. All right, let me focus on this text message. It's an important one. Oh, no. Yeah, he had a bad kind of... So he's trying the intermittent fasting thing too. But he had a bad kind of reaction. So I know what he's doing. He's a pharmacist, by the way. So one of those educated people. Da. Oscillating up. Here comes stops. Bing! Up or down, we'll see. I think up first. Oh, they're absorbing. We'll get out here. Oh, there it is. There's the entry. You know, sometimes you're just wrong about that, aren't you? Man. Let's see. 4. Yeah, well, shit happens. Watch this. Bing! It's alright. Oh, man, that was some slippage right there. Healing crisis. If you had to choose 2 screens to watch. I love questions like this. So R. Lacey says, hey TYP, if you had to choose 2 screens to watch for execution, what would they be? I'd watch my DOM, and I'd watch footprint, because I can turn over my edge really, really fast with the footprint, and I can just consistently do it. And you know, I can always scrunch up the footprint to make it look like a higher time frame chart. See? Like this. So I still get the effect of, oh, I know where structure is, right? So it's all good. I can still put trend lines and whatnot on my footprint. So yeah, these 2. They give me everything. You know, I got my footprint happens to include volume profile. Look at us doing the whole scalp thing. Look at that. What the heck? Anyway, we'll slowly get it back up to par, maybe. You're like, what a noob. Yeah, you know, that was newbie earlier. But I had to go into ultra focus mode and not talk to try and get it back. These flippin' micros. Alright. How many people like to not try anymore? Like they short an area, like I can't short it again. Right? Do you guys ever get in, scalp it, short, goes back up to your original entry, and then you're too scared to get back in? We count on that. I don't want to say they. When I say they, I mean traders like me, we count on you guys not being too afraid to take a position on the same level 2 times in a row. We know we're going to get you stopped out that way. Because markets will oscillate through a zone several times before they reverse. A lot of traders are like, goes back to a level, and then they say, oh, it's too strong. Oh, it's too weak. Over one little oscillation. So I count on that to make money. Yep. So anyway, lose that fear, and you'll get multiple entries, and you'll be amazed at how many times you can take profit into a zone where it's just a normal oscillation. 2008, Gucky. Really? Is there a way I can avoid that pain? I'm not sure what pain you're referring to, because there's a little delay on this feed, so I don't know, the pain of it coming back. Just play smaller. Play smaller, and then recognize that the market's just in a little oscillation mode, right? And then look at the volume that's transacting on the footprint in real time. And if you can start to keep track of the volumes a little bit, right? Like, look at this here, right? the bottom. You see this right here? You see the volume transacting per second, but also total for the bar is just moving. Oops. Yes, one of the detriments of being on a treadmill, right? You see it just screaming up in real time, but you'll see the rate of change. I still need to overlay the volume per second, not average for the bar, because this is averaging for the bar. I need to have a 1 second reference chart and add another number bars study and then overlay it. If I can do that, I don't know, maybe there's a limitation because it's a something number bars. You know, number bars, you can't overlay them, but maybe the number bar statistics you can overlay. I'm not sure. I don't know that I've no, I think you can actually. See, I don't know everything. I use that hesitation to recognize that from here and here, where we sold off, that we're hesitating here. As the market stops and they quit transacting in major volume, I use that hesitation to go, oh, yeah, this is trap traders. They're likely going to sell it to get these, allow these traders to exit disadvantageously out of the market. So here's this big bull bar. Think about it psychologically for a second. Follow the story with me of trap traders. I guarantee you, you will enjoy this non-bedtime story. All right. Do we have this on? Okay. We had balance here. We broke out. People don't put settlement on their charts. It's right here. We know institutions sold settlement on huge volume, right? Heads up display was 90 percentile of maximum settlement, and it wasn't end of month. So huge settlement. Someone on Twitter, Jack London, said, hey, I posted a chart and said, why take off here, right? He said 10 SMA, he got that right. And then he said settlement, right? Mean reversion, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, you know, settlement's just going to act like a big black, double black hole, like the one at the center of the Milky Way galaxy. And it's just going to cause, it's going to be like a black hole. We're going to swirl like the spiral arms of the Milky Way galaxy around that black hole. That's what the market's going to do. It's just going to go back to settlement. It's going to act like a gravity point. Why? Because it's huge volume. It's density. It's mass. Settlement is mass. Huge amount of mass and density in a small area of time and space. It's real traders, right? So here, the story of short-term trader pain is that we broke out of balance. We went up to settlement, okay? And then we came all the way back down here, right? And the why of it, maybe it's settlement, maybe it's whatever. Maybe it's traders from over here. It doesn't matter. We're following the story. And then here, at this level, right here we'll make it yellow. Oops, it's not yellow. Shift. Nope. Things that make you go, That didn't work. Let's see. Control? No. Shift? No. Alt? No. Oh, I permanently did something here. Ay. Okay, well, I suck. Let me see. Alright, it's just going to be blue. I messed up Grommet MPX. Let me right-click it real quick. Get the colors. Toggle, thicker lines. Shift, redo, undo. Toggle painting, F9. Yeah, I must have toggled something. I don't know what it is. Anyway, let's go back to it here. Turn it on. All right, there you go. All right, so we came back, and this is the breakout zone, right? And we hesitated like crazy here, right? And I went long, and I was like, oh, on this breakout bar, there's volume right here. If we get stops to there, it's probably going to be a good bounce point, right? And it's because Once you come back through this green, the longs get washed out and they all stop out. So they what? They exit the market for themselves disadvantageously, right? They exit at the worst possible price. They stop. But we know, because of our footprint little doohickey charts, that there's volume right there. That somebody was wrong trying to short this market into this zone, right? There's a trend line here. And they tried to get short, and they were eventually wrong, and that market ripped up out of balance, and the likely move that resulted from them being wrong at this zone here resulted in a break of balance. And now that we came all the way back in, we're playing against trap traders here, right? And then on the upside, where they absorbed all of these wrong traders, we have volume here, and this is the breakdown bar, okay? And where we broke down with velocity, some shorts covered under here, because this is where it was absorbed on the upside. So right below, there's a little volume node here, kind of small, but you can see it. They started to cover into profit, which is why it's fairly thick below here, but not in through here. They punished by market selling this area hard to get it below, to get the longs capitulating from here. And they also absorbed. So they did the fake move and they pushed it down. And that's why it moved with velocity through this bar on low volume. They covered into the meat of the move above resistance. The rest down through this zone was just to get everybody off sides and go find stops. And they found them. And they found them right into the structure and against this, which then held the opposite trap traders. Right? So this is the story of trap trade. It's another level again. It's so funny, right? Now remember, my footprint is comparing this volume is compared to anything else that's visible on the screen. You know, most traders, they don't have that set on. I think there's a guy, what's his name? Smashalito, right? Popular, beautiful looking charts. His charts aren't set well. You know why I say that? Because he has his charts set for aesthetics, not for maximum understanding of volume nodes. His charts are set, and they look pretty because of it, but his charts are set like this. You're not going to be able to see the rotations of volume. He's going to have, here, what's happening here? Why can't, oh, there it is. Okay, studies. All right, let's get into this study real quick. Numbers bar. I'll show you guys in a sec here. Da, 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 da. You're like, why are you trashing Smash? I'm not. Just saying, one setting is not good. All right, determine for coloring, daily data. No. Volume profile bars, length relative to all visible bars. It's this one here. See that? Right there? Yes, he has it set to no. Watch. Look at that. Look at that. Use separate colors. Okay, that's no. Yes, sorry. Wrong one. This one here. Volume profile bars relative to all visible. We'll set it to no. Watch how pretty this is going to look, but useless. Everything has a volume node. Whoa, isn't that amazing? Oh, it held here. Oh, and you see here. But now, all the volumes for every bar look the same. Are they the same? No. Is this 25,000? And is this 18,000? And 16,000? And 13,000? See the difference? you think that the volume bars are all the same. They're not. So when he has it set like that, he can't look at rotations properly. You set this back to yes. Now you can look at rotations. Because these volume profile widths within each footprint are comparing all the visible profiles. So whatever is visible from this end of the screen to over here. Now it doesn't even have to be visible, it's just what time is loaded. And that's how it compares. Now watch these all change, right? As we include more data. Watch. Look at this one change, look. Oh, look, it gets bigger. So now, if I do something like this and I change my scales, and I have this wide enough, let's say I use my whole 49-inch monitor for this footprint, the whole monitor, I'm only using less than 50% of the width right now for this footprint. It's like maybe 35-40% is what you guys are seeing. That's why you guys complain about the font sizes. So let's say I expand this to my whole freaking monitor. I can look at the whole session's rotations, and I'm comparing volume rotations for the whole session. So R. Lacey asked, what would you look at? Well, I'd look at my footprint, because I could look at rotations, I could look at candle structure, I can look at volume profile, I can look at deltas, I can look at trend lines, because I'm on a time-based footprint chart, so the trend lines will actually be good, right? If you're on a non-time-based chart, like a point and figure or reversal, the trend lines are always broken, because it's not time-based, right? So your point at which your trend line anchors will not be static because it's not based on time. So it'll be a wrong trend line. But since I'm using time-based, it'll always be good. So I'll have my trend lines, I'll have support resistance, I could still have delta imbalance there. I can have volume per second, cumulative delta, which I have all of that. You see? So this is why I have my charts the way I do. And I'm sharing this on Twitter with people, so you guys could like actually understand and use this and attempt to follow the story of trapped traders. So anyway, I told you the story of trapped traders already, and it played out well, which is why I took it. Now, here's some other principles. Principle 1. First touches of areas that hold trapped traders produce the greatest movement off those zones. So you have to be fearless. That's principle 1. What are retail traders taught? Wait for confirmation. By the time you get confirmation, guess what happens? The market's gone and your risk reward is crap. So that's it. Principle 2, as you come between an area of two trapped traders, the market's volatility will decrease and we will consolidate. Hey, check it out. Trapped traders. Trapped traders. Bounce, 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 bounce. Wouldn't be surprised if bounce, 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 or move, right? That's why how markets move the way they do. You're just caught between a rock and a hard place. You can decide here if you want to take a breakout either direction. Maybe it's a good spot to put on risk right in the middle here, because you could put a stop here and a take profit here. Maybe what's double balance? Here, here, double balance. So is that better than 1R? Yeah, maybe. Is it high probability? I don't think so. Again, that's why I use trapped traders to inform my trading. I don't use consolidation boxes because I think those are 50% setups, right? Markets, smarter traders have done regression studies over long periods of time and shown that you have about a 50% chance of winning out of consolidation. That's not my setup. Now, if you have better than 1R, great. But that's the key. You need to understand that in your trading. Anyway, let's go back. I'm going to have to check out the chat and see what you guys are saying about all my monkey talk here. All right, F9. Are we out? Are we out of this? Okay, let's go back here. Step away from the machine. You're going opposite. Yeah, what you were saying about the oscillation. No, you just have to be aware of it. 2008 Gucky, about the oscillations, you know. That this is what markets do, and you need to give them room, give them space. And if you want to play the oscillation, get in and out, in and out, in and out, then do it. And be willing to get right back in to your original position so that you can ride the bigger risk-reward trade. Try it. See what happens. Multi-voop. Did I study economics? I guess. Gusa is the king of Wall Street. SOS. Is this the second day in a row that you are trolling Gusa? I hope not. If you're Gusa, anyway. I do, 2008 Gucky. I have a how-to for my exact current chart. Just choked on my own spit. The how-to on my current chart involves several videos before, because essentially, excuse me, I built the chart and then I was like, oh, I can make improvements. So I made improvements. And, you know, I do this from time to time. The color theme on this used to be like green and pink and blue, and then the delta profiles used to be according to like it would show a delta profile, not just the whole background. Then I changed all of that and incorporated orange for high volume, and then just made orange a high volume theme in my charts for like settlements and for liquidity on book, right? You'll see. Look, tools, trade, show, market, data, columns. You see that? You see the MBO is orange. You see the background is orange for market depth. It's kind of ugly and not the clearest for some people, but it just goes with the theme. So I changed stuff up. Anyway, so point is, I have like how to build my current whatever footprint chart setup, and then I made changes to it and released videos after that. So there's like 2 or 3 videos. Lots of settings in this stuff. So, you know, for me to remake the whole video for just like I only changed 2 or 3 settings or less, it's super inefficient for me. So I have like the original video, and then a week later another video saying, oh, I made a mistake in my setting because I did it fast and I didn't edit the video. I did it all in real time, just kind of like what I do here, because it's just a time constraint thing for me. And then I made a video on top of it saying like, here's my latest and greatest, and these are the changes I made. So it's like 8 or 9 minutes on top of that. So just go back and look in like the Sierra chart playlist. You'll see it in there. Or like filter by latest release date or whatever. But anyway, you can see here on the MBO, right? Orange is the theme for volume, and these are large orders sitting here on the book. So from time to time, I go and switch this up, essentially. But I'm happy with the red and blue. Everything's all red and blued out. And it's a nice theme. And I have a CQG trading account with a different broker. Not connected to Sierra chart, nada. And so I can trade CQG on my phone. And they have order types on there that I like. And I can trade it on my desktop. So I can trade mobily if I need to. Also trade futures on Interactive Brokers because I have an account over there. And I like the fact that this matches that color. So what I've done with Interactive Brokers is my whole Interactive Broker setup is red and blue. Same color scheme, same RGBs, everything. Same thing on Thinkorswim. Thinkorswim looks like my Sierra chart inside. Exactly the same. So I like it all to look the same. So there's less customization available in CQG. And so all of this looks like CQG for the sake of consistency. So I told you guys I was anal retentive about these things. Now you know. How much time do you think I spent up at night when my family's sleeping just for aesthetics? You know, Zip Akin, he told me there was a study done that shows that people who spend way too much time on aesthetics are typically shitty traders or bad traders. I was like, well, it's not true of me, my friend, but this was early on when I first met him. How about, what a great way to lead with somebody, right? He said that right at the beginning. That's when I knew I was going to love him, because he's just like, boom, here it is. I said, you know, give me some time, my friend. Give me some time. You would just watch me trade, and then you can tell me if I'm shitty or not. He's like, I don't think it applies to you. Maybe. I don't know. It could. We'll see. Oh, Zip, I love you. It was great. Maybe Raymond. I don't know if it's attention to detail or it's just I like things to look a certain way. I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, chop zone. Super chop zone. It's all good. I'm still long MES, by the way. Still long MES. You guys remember that from yesterday? MES. You know where I'm long from? About here. Little lower. 4 points lower. Still long MES. Swing trade. Gotta give it room. I'm looking for 60 to 80 points to the upside. What? It's not going to happen all in a day. But not on these accounts. Anyway, short-term little traders. Chris, this is micros. Oh, awesome, Chris. Glad to hear it, my friend. What strategy are you using for those 30 points, Mr. Chris? By the way, big ticks are here, 3,000 on the heads-up display. Signaling some short-term market strength. NASDAQ a little bit stronger than the ES. What's the takeaway there? Yeah, Shane, they are. Aesthetics, they are more subjective, right? They're not objective. And so that, let's see. Hey, Brian Davila, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. You should watch some of my older live streams. You know, today is like skimming the surface. Today I did a lot of light explanations. But like, for example, higher time frame stuff. I do like ES analysis on weekends. So I think the last one is dated the 15th, where I talked about, hey, where are we going to find resistance in this market potentially? So I had a big old resistive level on the market. It was exactly where I thought it would be. It turned out to be a bigger move than I thought. But it played out. But you know, that's kind of going down the rabbit hole more. So honestly, I would highly suggest watch some of the live streams where I just, you know, I'm not organizing all these live streams in such a way that you guys can easily find all the information later. You really are going to have to watch it and then see what I'm talking about in real time with the markets, and then ask yourself, is what he's saying, does it have any predictive power, right? Because, you know, everybody could have an opinion about the market. That's not incredibly useful if it has no predictive power. But if what I'm saying actually has some predictive power and you don't understand it, well, then that's when you should start asking questions or think about it more, right? So if you like what you heard today, I highly suggest go listen to some of the older live streams from even a year ago, and you're going to hear some stuff in there that you're like, whoa, holy cow, what is he talking about? He's never talked about this stuff, because I'm using candles on those charts, and I'm all primarily focused on 5-minute candles, patterns, setups that you guys have probably maybe never heard of before. And I'm not talking about that because I know it's on my screen for you guys. It's a footprint. But I got this big 49-inch, 2 of them, and some 27-inch monitors vertical on the side. This monstrosity of a curved thing as I'm walking on my treadmill to look at, and you guys wouldn't be able to see anything if I included all this stuff. So, you know. Right on, Brian. And then, you know, if you see me on Twitter or something and I post something, hit me up with a question or whatever. Get involved. I dig that. I like talking to people and explaining myself, right? Richard Feynman method, right? Of trying to master your craft. That's what I'm all about. I'm all about trying to explain myself clearly to others. Right? Timmy had a nice long conversation. Timmy trades with me yesterday. He's like, dude, you love to teach. You know you love to teach. I'm like, I do like to teach. But it's also, I do it for the sake of myself too. Right? So I don't just do it because I'm this automaton that must teach. No. I do it for myself as well, because if you can put things using, again, Richard, the Feynman method, you can try to explain things in a way that maybe inexperienced people can understand, then you're slowly, hopefully, mastering the thing which you're trying to convey to others. So that benefits me greatly for my own process, which is partly why I do this. The rest of it makes me feel juiced, makes me feel alive. But anyway. Oh, cool, Chris. You're scalping a few points and not staying in trades. Well, I'm happy to hear that, Chris. Yeah, I got you, Chris. Sounds good, man. So points of control, volume nodes. I have a difficult time answering questions like Andre's here. How do you decide charting minutes versus Renko versus point and figure? I'll just answer it like this. Most of the time, I'm in minutes and volume bars. And then I've got TPOs up, I've got 30-minute, and then I've got daily up. That's honestly most of the time. I mean, if you want to look at rotations, because we're in a slow market, so here's a general guideline. If the market is low ATR and not, again, so not very volatile, and it's ranging, or it's in trend, and again, it's not very volatile, then you may need to use something like a PNF, because it'll show you a little bit better where the volume nodes are, right? As opposed to like, right, let's just use this current chart as an example. All right, look at this area here. Golly, it annoys me that the blue is on here, so I want to change it to yellow. MP grommet. If anybody wants to find for MP X grommet for Linux, the menu, I can Google it, but there's a shortcut menu to change colors. I know I hit something on my keyboard, and I haven't memorized the menu yet. Thought it was like shift and then left click changes colors, but it's not working right now. So anyway, shift and F9 is clearing it. Anyway, so let's use this as an example, right, in this zone. It's like really low volume here, right? Really low volume. Now what if the market was moving like this all day long? Would you really be able to see that there's volume here real cleanly and what it's done? Maybe not as clearly, right? So let's go change this to point and figure for this specific excuse me, region. Man, swallowing my spit again. This specific region, right, in here, right now. Now, we're in a volatile environment, so I want to look at time-based bars, and I want to see how quickly I can turn over my edge in time, like over and over and over. Why? Because we're doing lots of volume in a short amount of time, and we're getting movement. So for me, point and figure, although it could theoretically do the same thing, it's not as useful because the time-based element of charts allow me to look at trend lines, right? And time and open of bars and close of bars a little bit more neatly, right? So anyway, let's go to the Renko here and let's change it. And let's see what we can see through here. So what's the range of these bars? Let's call it 04 to 17. So 14 points. That's pretty stinking big. All right. Not the right setup for it, but we'll do it anyway for ish and giggles. If you guys were around yesterday, you know what ish stands for. Ish and giggles. All right. 14 24-1. All right. Apply it. Sierra chart loading, taking forever. You're like, nope, still doesn't even show it, right? 30-1. Oh, 30 would be what? 30 divided by 4? 6, 7? Oh man, it's going to be like 40-1 to show it. Jeez. Alright, how much data are we going to load? Make it data limiting. Oh, use number of days to load. Days to load. Let's go 10 instead of 30. Okay, that'll be faster. Wah, 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 wah. Alright. I gotta remember to go change this chart now. Bing! Okay. Now you can see this picture a little bit more, right? Big old volume node, which is what we were looking at before. Now, as we tried to break up at some point, we went into settlement, came right back down to the volume node, tested not even the lower bounds of it. So if you think of this, so like, there's different things you can look at here. If you think of this like, let's say if you're more of a position trader that is going to intraday swing, if you think of this like a bell curve, then you can think of this as one standard deviation. We came down in the one standard deviation of this bell curve and then exploded off of it. Is that bullish? Yeah, it is. It is. It's bullish. You're like, well, that is very enlightening. I don't know. It's one data piece, right? So again, what's your trading style? Are you looking for the big swing trade off of the bull flag, right? Intraday, looking for a big move to the upside, 20, 30 points into the close? Well, then maybe this is useful for you. Yeah, this tells me I'm bullish, and now my thesis is stop here, entry here, TP1 above highs, that's 1.75 Rs, TP2 at 345 R. Okay, maybe that's useful to you in your trading style. Me, in volatility, I'm just going to turn this bad boy over as many times as I can with good setups. That's it. Anyway, I don't know if that answers your question. It's probably more complicated than you want, Andre. Maybe. Thanks, Chirptone. That's a nice thing to say. You are welcome. Yeah, again, I haven't been using point and figure for a while. So, you know. I like the 5 minute, I like the low time frame and volatility, right? You know, when I trade oil, I have a 1 minute chart of oil up, and I use that 1 minute chart with sort of a volume outlier indicator that highlights really like abnormally high volume, and that's useful to me because it's pretty volatile and I can use it and it works. So yeah, I don't know, different things for however you're, you know, I'm not looking to be in oil trades for very long typically. I like to scalp mean reversions on oil a lot of times, and you know, that's what I do. It's what I do. It's how I roll. Here's an oil chart. Let me see if I can get this showing you guys what so I asked on Twitter last night. I said, here, let me see. Let me fix it and then I'll bring it up because it's not. Yeah. Here. While you guys watch the market, I'll just look at this and move it all around. Here we go. So I asked on Twitter the other night. We made this move here, right? And when we were about here, I asked, what do you guys think? Are the shorts squeezed yet? And nobody answered. Nobody said. They just liked it. So, you know, people aren't reading. Whatever. And I asked here, I didn't have this red line on the chart yet. I actually hid it for the purpose of Twitter. I just wanted to see what people thought. If there's any oil traders out there willing to talk about it. There weren't, so whatever, it's fine. But I didn't think they were squeezed until they went above here. So what did we do? We went right up to this zone. We rejected short term. And then shorts got squeezed through here. And you could see it by these moves. Straight up. Then they got squeezed, distributed, and plop. But this is a 1 minute chart. But you see this volume, outlier here. Again, high volume, orange. You see the theme? You see the head and shoulders on the 1 minute, right? This is the best kind of head and shoulders, by the way. The best. Why? Neckline, truncated left shoulder, head, right shoulder that goes above the left shoulder. Why? Because all the head and shoulder snobbists will say the best ones are ones that only go this high, right? So you get all the classical chartists going, this is kind of bullish. Then they take it. Still the same idea, it's neutral. Neutral against a neckline. We have a head. La 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 la. We'll have this level here for stops. It's beautiful. It's just so beautiful. Anyway. I don't know where I was going with that. Something about scalping, short time frames. 1 minute charts are great if you can turn over your edge. Right? So it just depends on what it is you're trading. I guess that answers the question. Right? Fun to analyze this stuff against structure, isn't it? I think it is. Anyway, well, let's get rid of this here. Make it small. Put it in the right spot on the lower monitor. I have a daily chart of oil and a 1 minute chart, and they're right next to each other. Isn't that weird? Anyway, we've got point and figure. Let's go change the chart settings. I like putting 30 days into this chart. period, point and figure. Oh, look at me. Cancel. Oh, I don't have the title bar up there. Never mind. I was like, I could use the title bar. I don't have the title bar up there. Got rid of it for space saving. 5 minute, apply. Bing. Anyway, plenty of volume up here on the NASDAQ. Let's see. So now we can see all the way to 9 a.m. And I remember I'm on Pacific Standard Time, so the open is 6:30 my time, right? So if we do something and we expand the whole footprint to the whole screen, which you guys aren't going to see it, but I'm going to just expand it really quick for my own sake. And it went away. Oh, that was weird. It took it off the screen somewhere. Well, that's weird. Well, that's not what I wanted. I wonder if it's because I got rid of the chart title bar. I haven't done this for a while. All right, let's try this. Yep, that's exactly what it is. No chart title bar, it doesn't like it. Anyway, you guys now see a lot more of what you want to see probably, but it's all zoomed. That's okay. Let's do this. It's kind of a cool... See, I do this if I don't have to be on YouTube. Sometimes I'll just slide it and make it bigger, and then I can look at the whole thing. Look. You guys realize I can see the open right now. I can see the open. I can see all the way to the current price. It's really cool. So if I scrunch this up, I actually see everything. I see all the way to 6:30. I see where the rotations happened. The view of this would blow your guys' mind. If you could actually see it, you'd be like, oh, I need a 49-inch monitor. You do, but, it's a whole thing. Watch. See how much we can get in here. Ooh. Let's see. Can you see the open now? 650. Nope, you still can't even see it. Anyway, when you can see the width of the volume in the each number bar, gosh, it's a beautiful thing. But anyway, I'm trying to sell Samsung monitors now. Let's see here. All right, let's get this back to where it needs to be, where you guys can see everything still. All right, there we go. All right. We get the shakeout. 0 prints above us. Right there. Almost 0 prints. Hey, you know what? If you don't have that setting for volume profile and you like the other way and it works for you, more power to you. But I'm just saying, there's so much more information you can garner from having the number bars or numbers bars, volume profile relative to all visible bars on. There's just so much more information you can take away from that. Black hole. Yeah. Anyway. Let's see. Can we scalp into this? Maybe. I don't know. Let's see. I don't know. It's kind of getting close to the hourly change. New hourly. New 30-minute. 10 seconds away. Go get my stops. Probably will. Power hour, guys. Power hour. Bracket order, turn them on. Did they get the stops already? Maybe. Maybe they gotta go get the stops at highs. That's fine. I mean, we're so close to intraday highs here. All you breakout traders are gonna go for it. I don't know, maybe. It's fine. I stop out here. This 280 bucks will go down to 0 or negative. Whatever. It's fine. Try again. Oops. Oops. I accidentally hit a button here. Collect my orders and then collect my stops. That happens. Alright. Do we get the highs yet? We're almost there. A few more ticks. 35.75. I don't know. I don't know. There's the 1R. See that? Oh no! Anyway. Oops. Where's that other order? Is it down there yet? No, it's not. Okay. 1, 2. What are we? 3 short? Alright. 3. How about that? Is that about two R's down there on the last 30% of the position? Sure it is. Alright, let's take off one of them. Hit another one. And we're flat. Slowly oscillate up and down in our P&L. We're getting back to the, what was it? $493 that everybody was so concerned about. Oh, Mike. Anyway, let's see. Are we going to fade them? Are we going to fade these guys here at this level? Maybe. Maybe. Yeah, looks like we're going to go get those up there. We're 3 contracts micros short right now. 3. Hey, Trader Tom, good evening. Three contracts short. 3 contracts short. Can we defend with our micros? No. We're peons in the market. We can't defend. There's nothing we can do. There's nothing we can do. These micros don't defend the market. We're just fodder for the big boys. You're like, but it's going against you, Mike. I know it is. There's one stop. New highs. You want to buy the new highs? Is that what you want to do? It might be a good idea. Can we get to 400? No. All right, let's go use our fancy little stream deck here. Wink. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we are out. All right. Well, that didn't work out so well. That didn't work out so well at all. All right. contract short. All right, let's see. 1, 2, buckle my shoe. 3, 4. Open the door to profits. All right. Your tick size for this, can you show it to me? Chart settings, because when I'm using tick size of 4, it's too huge. I'm using 1. Yeah, I'm using 1. 1 point. Travis, the treadmill right now is 2.2 miles an hour. And you get better at it, right? So your dexterity improves with time. Still want to get short. I just think that right now this market is holding up just a little bit here. So normal to get a little push above the highs. I don't know. We'll see. We will see. I may have lost really great position here, but we'll see. All right. All right. There's a few more dineros here. Yeah, Trader Tom. Here, I'll show you the chart settings real quick. So the chart settings here for this is we'll keep this because I don't even know where it is that I'm trying to find real quick here. Chart data. Man. Data limiting bar period symbol. I think it's in symbol. Yes. Okay, here it is. So tick size is 0.25 on the E-mini, so it's still. But on the NASDAQ, this tick size would be 1, not 0.25. So that's it. And then this, the currency value per tick, because I'm trading in the MES, I had to change this from $12.50 to $1.25. And that is good because it will remind me to go change it back once I'm trading E-minis or something like that. I don't really care about this P&L because I just use something else to keep track of it, the trade log, right? And that's all right. It's based off global symbol settings. So this is just like very YouTube specific today to get this closed P&L thing right. So anyway, does that help? What is this app to create positions? Is it built in the Sierra chart? Marcin, I'm not sure what you're asking there. What is this app to create positions? There's something called a DOM, depth of market, like an order DOM, trade order DOM. And I had that on another screen, and it's like simply a price ladder, right? Vertical price ladder. I don't know. That's what I execute on because it has all of my my buttons saved as a control bar configuration on the trade DOM. And so I could never do it quickly off of a chart because it's not saved properly. Oh, now we're getting this move. Bummer. Into the old volume node. Might go further than we think. Think. Thinkity think. Ooh, they're marching it down. Look at that. Just hitting it. And we lose money. That sucks. We lose money. I think that's it right there. We'll see. Might be wrong. Yeah, that's it. Son of a gun, man. This really sucks. They're going to go get them all. All of them. Look. You go big, and you lose more. It's just how it is. Oh, there's liquidity right there. Hit it. Hit it. Oh, that's interesting. Big ticks. You know, I lost that short position. And now I'm forced. It's just the worst, guys. It's just the worst. What a bad trade. It is the worst. Oh well, what are you gonna do? Bink. It is just the worst. Oh yeah, the blue lines. So it's just order types and stuff. I would go look at Verillo Trading. He's got some good videos for order types. Verillo, Verillo, ILLO, Verillo Trading. So I have buttons programmed into my control bar on the DOM, so that's what it is. Ah, shoot. Sometimes I really mess up. Oh well. There we go. Somebody really wanted that sell. They get these order types. You ever notice it on the DOM? They trail, and they just want to fill, so they trail the market down. I'm familiar with those because you get those on TT. They're like, we got all kinds of really cool order types here. Look at that, and they're aggressively hitting it. They want it down. That's fine, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, there they go. Ba, ba, ba. Oh no. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna flatten this trade. You know what's interesting? So sometimes I get I'm like noticing too much that I'm looking at the DOM and I'm watching the oscillations and I'm looking at the price action of the DOM, and I know short term it's about to mean revert, right? But then I go look at my footprint and I'm like, there's nothing here down here. Nothing. And that's not a great setup for me for top traders. And so I'm like, shoot. I'm over here clicking away on the DOM and I didn't look at this footprint in real time the right way. So that's what that is right here. Just me going, oh crap. It's not a great setup here. Maybe a better setup for short. Shorting the pullback right into a settlement. Oh, we'll try it. It's fine. Likely break the bottom Well, who knows? But we'll likely break the bottom of this bar a little bit. These stops are so tight. But, you know, that's volatility. That is close volatility too, right? Still have the same idea. Let's see. Ah, come on. Same idea. Which is about what here? 18? Yeah, someone's sitting there too. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, let's get it. Yeah, that's it, Marcin. I never execute on my charts. Just haven't done that for a long, long time. But these charts update fast enough to do that. Definitely. Oh, bummer. Oh well, what are you gonna do? Not patient enough. Ba-ding. All right. What? A what? A bug? Oh no. Oh, that's okay. It's no big deal, buddy. It's hiding? Okay, thank you. Daddy, Daddy, it's a bug. Oh, kids are great. Oh. Are we out yet? There we go. So the trade took a few times, right? To work out. And we stopped a little bit. That's okay. I'm distracted by my kid. I'm turning around. He's telling me there's bugs in my office. It's hot and it's California, and whenever we go outside, the flies want to fly in. Thanks, Marcin. Win some, lose some. You see, I stopped out. I don't know. I'm kind of just watching my DOM right now. That's it. I'm watching my DOM, and I'm actually just using my Stream Deck to execute. So everything is like Stream Deck buttons, basically, and a little bit of my mouse, but not really moving my orders by my mouse. Moving stops and stuff by Stream Deck buttons and clicks and stuff. Go watch Varillo Trading for that. He has like a nice Sierra chart video on that. It's really cool. We're going to liquidity right now. Yay. There you go. Alright. Works for me. So that's all just buttons that I'm using to get in and out. Just scalp. So I don't have to click. You know, sell the ask -3, sell the ask -2, buy the bid -1, buy the bid, right? Means add liquidity to the bid. So then, you know, as you're watching your DOM, if your DOM has a very fast refresh rate, then you're just, bink, clicking the buttons and getting added. That's it. The Verillo trading dude is awesome, by the way. And I think it sounds like he runs a channel called Sierra Chart, and it's good. Really good. So I hope he puts out more content, because I really enjoy watching his, well, like especially Sierra Chart specific content. He's a detail-oriented chap, so it's good. It's really it's useful because you can tell that he does his homework. So anyway, plug that guy's channel all day long. Here, let me put it in the chat. It's Verillo. I think. Wait, did I get that right? 2 L's? Yeah. It's on YouTube. A lot of you guys, Sierra Chart people, probably already have followed him. You know, another one. You want some cool studies? Frozen Tundra Trader. He's on YouTube and he programs. There you go. Yeah, I don't know. Beyond that, I like those two for Sierra Chart stuff. The rest are selling. They're just furus or selling their services. Not really going to plug those. Oh, Ticino Trader. Ticino Trader. Oh, that's cool, Entice. Nice to have you in here. Hey, if you guys haven't liked the video, I would really appreciate it if you do. It helps the YouTube algorithm, helps keep me live streaming. So if you guys can do that and appreciate the comment, I would appreciate it greatly. I'm here just trying to drop knowledge bombs on you guys as much as I can, and you know, little encouragement goes a long way for somebody like me. I'm just, you know, full-time trader, been doing this a long time, and I really enjoy the YouTube when you guys get active. If everyone gets really quiet, then I feel like I've just, number one, I think I am not providing good content, potentially, and I start to feel like I'm repeating myself because I've, you know, done this for a while, and I start to feel like, man, maybe I'm just saying the same things over and over. But then undoubtedly there's new people that are watching and they have the same questions. So I guess it's up to me to say things in a different way for my own sanity, because otherwise I just feel like I'm a gong going gang, gang, just the same old, same old. So hey, I do appreciate that, Bam. And Kilo Man 191. Hey, Kilo Man, you were right. I got that. My last stream yesterday did get copyright, and they took it off YouTube. So I asked on Twitter if people wanted me to get that removed. In which case I just have to replace the AC/DC song with something else, or remove all sound entirely from that time, and then I can get it unbanned. But you were right. You were totally right. Thank you, Chirp Towing. That's very nice. How was trading before YouTube and social media? Before that, I had friends that I have been close with throughout the years, and it was just less involved. So some of those people have since quit trading, and some have gone on to other things. So some have gone on, you know, to fund other projects because they did very well in trading, and have gotten into other things, and so we don't talk about trading anymore. So, you know, some of those people, I helped them trade or learn, grow, and I am happy to say that probably because of my tutelage, they did very well. A lot of them in the crypto space. So they are on to bigger and better things set for life. And I'm happy for them, but we don't talk trading. So about the time that a lot of these people that I was in contact with, some of them started to filter out. Then I started to look for, I started posting to Twitter more, and I used to be on Twitter under a different screen name, different email, and I had about 10K followers, but it was mainly a lot of crypto stuff, and so there's that aspect. So I've always kind of done it. Um, was a lot more active on crypto, in 2016, 17, and 18, and then when I quit trading as much crypto after it went through its bear market, and it's just not very fun anymore. I scrapped that whole thing, and then I became TYP. But that was, I went by my real name on Twitter for a long time, and then I was like, there's just no reason to out myself like this. What's a good name that will remind me to trade the right way? Let's just do something like that. So I did that, and then I bought a trading jacket that was Trade Your Plans. I have that hanging up in the office. It fits me. It's nice. It's like a $600 pit jacket, right, that I customized and had made from Pico, PECO. They make cookware right now, like chef's jackets and stuff, but they also used to do the pit trading jackets for people who worked, Chicago Board of Trade, CME, etc. And so I contacted and said, hey, you guys still do that? And they're like, yeah, we'll do it. So I dealt with a lady over there named Patty. She was awesome. She gave me all kind of recommendations, what fabric to use and how big the logo should be, blah, blah, blah. So anyway, rebranded and just became TYP. So I figured, you guys know my first name, that's good enough. And and that's where I'm at. Reading Trader Tom. He says that maybe there's no stupid questions, Trader Tom. I need to move my screen with the hand tool to see the latest candles. Is there a way to do it automatically? To see the latest candles. You mean like a single button that like takes your whole screen and moves it like that? So is that what you're talking about? Like it's way over here and you just want to hit a button, it goes boom right over to here? Maybe there is, but I don't know about it. Is that what you're talking about? Oh, Canadian futures trader? Let's look at his Twitter. Maybe he's got, for some reason, that name seems familiar. Canadian futures trader. I don't know why. I don't follow many people on Twitter. Canadian futures trader. Ooh, he's got a nice, let's see. I like his logo. CFT. It looks good. This guy's got class. 136 followers. I don't know if he's a good trader, so I can't say. I don't see any jackets. I would think, well, I don't have my jacket as part of my profile. Maybe I should. Maybe I should have my whole setup with my jacket hanging over my like chair, and then that way you guys can see the whole jacket and everything. Anyway. You know what you could do is you can take this, it's called the right fill space, and you can lock it in so for example, all right, I'm clicking on this chart, this NQ chart, and then if you click the lock fill space button right here, and now if I scroll, you see that this space is always locked in place, but it's not looking at the latest chart, it's just locking that fill space. So there's that. I don't think that's what you're asking about, but there is that. Maybe that gives you an idea. Someone else looks like they're helping you well in chat. You can also go into, like, you see how my scales are like smooth scrolling up and down? So like, you know, when I do this and I right click, it's like it moves. See how it's moving slowly with the screen? That's called like smooth scroll. And I believe, oh, that is in chart. Sorry, it's going to take me a while because it's, I think it's on automatically for all my charts, but it's been over a year since I changed it. Chart, scale. So go, you have to go into the menu, not right click your chart. Chart, scale, and then you go to it's not smooth scroll, it's something else. Interactive scaling mode. And I have it set to move. Oh, it's not there. Interactive scaling mode. Show, no. Man, there was a smooth, I swear there was some kind of smooth scale. And people were asking about it on the old Twitter too. And I had it. They're like, how do you get that? Oh gosh. Corey W says right click to get to scale settings. Nope, you don't right click. This one is not on the right click menu. It's only on your chart menu from your menu bar on top. This smooth scale thing that I'm talking about. Ew. It's driving me mad. Driving me mad. Sorry, I don't know where it is. But I'll bet you if you Google the Sierra Chart Support Board, you'll find it. I think it's like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'd have to mess around with it, click and unclick stuff to see how it works, but bummer. Yeah, no, Corey, it's the smooth, slow scroll setting is what I'm talking about right here. You see how slowly this moves back to center? Right? It's the speed at which it moves. It's the smooth scroll thing. It's not really what Trader Tom was asking about. It's just I kind of went off on a tangent and was talking about the smooth scroll. It's right where you come in here, scale mode here, and then when you double click this, see how it moves slowly back? It's that smooth slow scroll that I was referring to. And it's just driving me mad now. Oh, maybe they changed it. Maybe they moved it to the chart settings. Kermit, you're right. I did make a video. I did make a video about it. I need to go reference my own video. Yeah, I have it on my own YouTube. Yeah, there you go. It's on my YouTube somewhere. You know what? And I think I called it Smooth Scroll. Now that, oh, that's hilarious. Here. Some of these videos are like over a year old. And I get questions still about the videos. Hey, what were the settings that you did on this TPO? And I'm like, where in the video? I have no idea what you're talking about. This is why. I cannot remember what I did over a year and a half ago in some video. And now like all my charts look a little different now, but it's all good. It's all good. You know, some of this stuff is going to get outdated as Sierra Chart does all their settings. And that's going to be really frustrating. So I may have to go, well, I don't have to, but I should probably clean up some of them as Sierra Chart changes the menus. Meaning, maybe remove some of the videos. I don't know. Because they might just be so off. Anyway, smooth scroll. Let's go playlists. I'll find it. Because I'm curious. Sierra chart playlist, 39 videos. Okay, beginners. Oh, I even put all the descriptions in there. Ha! Did I have smooth scroll in there? How to customize. CC, LFS, and replays. Nope. Smooth scroll. It's tips and tricks number 10, guys. All right. Did I... Here we go. Smooth scrolling. Ha! It's even... I even put a chapter in there for it. Wow. Wow. It's right here. All right. So smooth scroll is a 1 minute 57 in. You see how my charts used to look totally different, guys? A lot of people like those old colors, the pink and blue. Let's see. Three minutes in on that video. Menu, chart, okay. Thank you, Mike. It's the last one. Okay, so there it is. You think that it's the same menu, but it's actually not the same menu, guys. So if you go to that link and you go to 3 minutes, what you actually do is you go into the chart settings at the top of the menu bar, and then you go to scale, and then you get a whole submenu, and it's that constant range recenter when the last bar exceeds a number of ticks from the center. That actually activates your smooth scroll, as opposed to right-clicking on the scale itself. It's different, and you would never know that. Thought it was something like that, but I didn't want to tell somebody the wrong thing here. Crazy. Wait, did we have the short from the top? See, this is what traders do. Don't do this. Did we have the short from the top where we're like, we shorted way up here and we didn't hold it? Yeah, we did. We did on a neutral day. On a neutral day. And it was 50% of IB range too. So missing all kinds of things here on the live stream. Yep, that's what's happening. I'm missing things. Look. Right here. See this? Look. See this line? 50%? Market will not go out of IB is here. And then you cut it in half, that's 50% to here. Couldn't even get there. So that is usually the short. Little tricks, right? But so if I was paying attention to this, I would have held it. But I'm talking, so whatever. Less focused. Hey, excuses are like assholes. Everybody has one, right? But that's what's really happening here. Let's see. Letters. Column. Yeah, see that? Boy, oh boy. Anyway, we'll get this over here. Back to the open, or near it, near the open here for the NASDAQ. See that? And I'm still long. I'm still long micros from 39.12, I think. Like what? Why would you be still long from 39.12? Can you let a trade just swing? Can you let it just swing? Or Or do you have to micromanage it as a day trader? Can you multitask? I don't know. That's a real question. Hey, Donny, what's cracking, man? Ah, Gusa. So the lows are in danger. Yeah, maybe. It's possible. Or we just come back into the range and hang out. I mean, on the 30-minute chart, we're bear flagging. So, yeah, I don't know. It's all good, Gusa. I know what you mean. It's actually this, not break, it's break. What you're spelling is like car brakes. It's all good. Jack says, what's your target and stop? So my stop, I didn't have one overnight. My RTH stop is 80 points. And my target is about 100 to the upside. We'll see how it gets there, if it gets there. You know, at a certain point, Jack, and I keep trying these micro swings. At a certain point, I'm way, way better off. I'm way better off just day trading. And I have shown this over and over and over that I keep day trading these stupid, or not day trading, I keep swing trading these positions. Sorry, I'm just getting texts. So my point is that I've tried to swing trade some of these positions before, and as a day trader, sometimes I'm like, geez, I think I know where the market's going, and oftentimes I do, and I'm better off just turning over my edge shorter term. So sometimes, here's what happens: every few weeks, I'll try one of these trades, and then sometimes I just come out of it with shekels, like just a little bit, and I'm like, I'm better off putting all my energy into just day trading, because it's, for me, much more profitable. So I don't know. I'm slow to learn my lessons sometimes. It's just what it is. Gusa, that's all good, my friend. I used to trade with a guy from Israel, Gabriel Zohar. I think it's his Twitter handle is Gabiozar. He's a good trader. I like it. I like his stuff. Let's see if I can link it real quick. I don't follow him, but let's see if I can link it. Gabiozar. I think it's Gabiozar. Maybe he's not on Twitter. I don't know. Gabby Zohar, maybe. Gabby Zohar. There it is. Trade what you see, not what you think. Here's his Twitter handle. Good trader. If you want to learn something, go follow him. Professional trader, by the way. So not everybody has a bunch of followers that are good traders. Here it is. I dig Gabriel's. There's his Twitter handle. He is a good trader, and I don't make that statement lightly. I don't often say people are good traders, right? I might think you're a nice guy. I might think you know a lot about trading, but I don't say many traders are good traders. He's a good trader. In other words, he's given me real-time market calls and been right consistently. And not many people that I know do that. Yeah, Jack, I hear you. Big ticks here. A big O, big ticks. We had nice volume down here. Yeah, I have. We're coming into the last 14 minutes. I think I'd just be over trading. I'm up 400 on these micros. I'm up 400 on the micro Nasdaqs, and then I'm up 266 bucks on these micros, and then the minis are up a lot more. So I think a few days ago when I lost some money on the, what was it? On the micro Nasdaqs, although my account was net profitable that day, the stream showed I lost money. I think I was up 400 Nasdaq points, and then I ended down 100. So, you know, whatever. Or was it? Yeah, I was up 400. Might not have been micro Nasdaq. Might have been full size Nasdaqs that day. But anyway, my E-mini trades, trading, I was up 245 points. So, not a great day, but you know, it more than offset the 95 or 100 points that I lost on the Nasdaq. It was not a big deal. But one thing I did wrong in reflecting on that day was I got bored, and I started boredom trading. Like, you know, oh, here I am on YouTube, and I'm like, I'm just getting bored. I'm clicking away. It wasn't revenge trading. It's boredom trading. Just clicking for the sake of clicking. So today, while I'm on stream, I'm going to practice the superpower, which is sitting on my hands and waiting, analyzing, and waiting for a good setup. And I have a few good setups on the close, and if I don't get one, then I'm gonna sit on my hands. If I do get one, I'll take it and I'll explain it to you guys. Maybe after the fact, maybe in real time, we'll see. What's up, Ben? Oh, hi. I'll be done trading in about 13 minutes, 14 minutes. I may take a few trades post or right after settlement, because there's some awesome mean reversion trades that occur during that time. But then after that, maybe me and you could play some chess. Yeah? Alright, cool. And we'll check on the Amazon delivery, because Mama's supposed to be getting some good quality decaffeinated espresso beans. By the way, Amazon said that they delivered these espresso beans. And it's the first and only time they've ever done this where they say delivered to a safe place, but they're nowhere to be found. And I have a view from my office window of where they deliver on our porch. They didn't come. So I looked it up, and on Reddit, when Amazon says something like that, it's usually the delivery driver fibbing about something or delivering it to a neighbor's. That's Amazon's official explanation. So I just went ahead and reordered the beans, and then I'll report them as never delivered, the ones that supposedly came in yesterday, and deal with it after the fact. But anyway, here comes the murder algo. Not much to write home about. I want to short it, but I'm not going to act on it. I want to short this thing. It looks quite weak to me. This is a market that has had several days now of downside today and yesterday, big time. And it's a weaker market, so I want to short it. But I'm not going to short it. Why? Superpower time. Sit on my hands. Great time to get chopped here. And look at this one contract here. Remember, this is one contract for 1 point. So 2 contracts, 3 contracts for 12 ticks. Look at that. 8 contracts for 12 ticks. Nothing up here. They're going to go fill that in probably. We'll see. As I say, I want to short. I'm just saying, they go fill it in a lot of the times. It's kind of, isn't that interesting though? So someone asked me earlier, do you do this whole incomplete auction stuff? Sure I do. Yeah, I do. And I've explained it a bunch of times, which is an incomplete auction shows you interest either to let's say we're moving upside and there's people buying, and then the sellers come in and take it out, and then there's, you know, a whole lot of positive delta up there, but then there's also some negative delta, which, what does that just tell you? It tells you buyers were hitting it, and then sellers came in while the bid was on that level and they hit it. So buyers were still interested, but sellers at that level got aggressive, right? So they took initiative, right? So the buyers were still interested, but the sellers were more interested. So short term, when you get an incomplete auction like that, we break away from it, it means the sellers were sloppy and or very, very interested to sell the level. So does that give you short-term information for scalping if you can process that quickly? Heck yes, it does. So do I use it? Of course I do. Do I use it as a blind level? Oh, I'm going to go target every single incomplete auction in the whole day. No. That's dummy trading. That is, don't use any context whatsoever with the market. Put an indicator on your chart and go try to trade towards it. Huh? That's stupidity at its finest. That's like, oh, there's a poor high. It's got to go break. No. And it breaks what? A week later? A month later? Really? Is that what you're going to enter a trade on? Poor low's got to break? Come on. That's like lowest common denominator dummy trading. I traded Globex last night, Travis, because it was moving. And I thought it was going to be moving based on how we closed. So as I stayed up into the evening, instead of going to sleep, I stayed up and traded it, which is why you saw me tweet maybe a few times late into the night. I took a 75 long in real time when it was at 73 and let everybody know I'm long 75. And then I took off 85. I think it went to 95 short term, but I was already sleeping. So I took 10. But so I advise against trading Globex when it's very low volume. If you're going to trade it, be a very small percentage of that. Don't trade volume. Don't trade size, because they'll trap you. Little demons trading, little algorithmic demons in Globex. I hate them. I don't really hate them. I do though. What is it? Do I hate them or do I not? I hate them. I hate them when there's no volume. Little girl is so stinking cute. She's got the biggest chubby cheeks in the world. I love to just kiss them. Okay. Jack says, I remember missing out on the double bottom. Does yesterday's settlement volume mean to you more than just highest volume over last year, respective to the downtrend? What it means to me, Jack, is that on 365-day look back, volume is high compared to non-end of month volumes. There are going to be months that have higher volume, and you need to, as a trader, just be aware of that. You know, Fall, you're going to get more volume. Summer, less volume, right? Downtrends, greater volume, right? So that's it. It's not a blind indicator. The whole heads-up display, you need to understand it. Like anything, but you need to understand it. So when Ticino finally releases it, or if he does, I know he's working on it. Sent me an email and I responded yesterday. He probably won't put all those notes in, and I'm not going to go answer any questions about it. The heads up indicator, unless it's like theory based. But if you guys break it, it's on you. I'm not making any money from it, so whatever. Supra Experiment says, I'm interested in learning scalping. What do you recommend? What do I recommend? Spending a lot of time in the market. Getting good at your execution, because with scalping you need to execute fairly efficiently. So play in sim mode very efficiently. If you haven't developed any edge, well, then you need to develop edge. And edge is simply that you have a statistical probability of having a certain number of wins and or a winning percentage versus how much you lose and how much you win. So edge is like, can you consistently over time extract some degree of profitability over the market. So if you have like a negative expectancy, which is like at the end of the day, do you make or lose money? Then obviously you're just gonna piss away money scalping more quickly, because you're going to take more trades, you're going to pay your commission, your broker more, and it's not going to be very good for you. But if you've determined that you can consistently make money in the market over a long period of time, then and you're not a scalper now, you need to get good at execution. And what I mean by that is, shortcut hotkeys on your trading platform, or being good with your mouse, right? And having the right order types and knowing which order types to set up quickly. And then with that comes just making quick decisions and trading accurately. Otherwise, you're going to have a lot of mistakes which can cost you money, and they're not necessarily errors in your edge or your trading methodology, or not methodology, but your trading philosophy. It's errors in execution. So you need to get your execution down. Use a sim for that. Get really good at it, and then if you have edge, then off you go, right? If you don't know if you have edge, but you think you have edge, sim trade for a while on very tiny size. It could be 1 MES, whatever. But don't do big size, because then you're going to have this idea that you can make all this money, and on a sim you don't really compete with actual fills, and your fills on a sim are completely different than fills in the real market. In the real market, the sim is usually localized to, there's very little delay for slippage and stuff like that. Slippage is when you stop out and the market's still moving in a certain direction, and then you lose more than where your stop is, right? So you stop out, say 2 ticks lower, 2 price levels lower. Well, that's the real market, right? Because there may be orders there. But on a sim, your software might show in real time, oh, when you stop, there's liquidity there, and there's no delay. It just goes blink, and it gets you immediately out at the level you think you were hoping to get out. So no slippage. So the reason I suggest to play with small size, as we come right into the close here. Thinkorswim just blew my ears out. I did it. Oops, I did it again. Fairly low settlement volume. Is there a mean reversion trade right here, right now? Yeah. yeah, if we punch down a little bit and find stops below this low, then we might be able to buy it back. And let's see. My kid knows the time. Daddy, just time. Actually, Ben, I'm maybe gonna do mean reversion trade here to settlement. So we'll see. We're halfway there. I think I missed my trade because now I got to put my stop under the lows. I don't like it, so we won't take it. But back to scalping. Supra experiments. I would suggest you use like 1 micro, and that way you're not getting an unrealistic expectation of what you could be making by scalping. And include in your platform the commissions that you're going to pay so you can get an idea. And then, you know, you can extrapolate that to 1 E-mini or something like that if you really do have more money to play with. And you know, in terms of strategies, there's tons out there. I don't know which one's the best for you. I don't know. If you want some systematic system, if you want some system for scalping, I don't know who to recommend because I've never paid for anything, so I don't know. You'll have to ask others and read online reviews and stuff like that. But you could probably learn yourself you could watch some of my old videos, right? I've got plenty of live feeds, right? Basic support resistance, momentum, footprint, right? Depends. How smart are you? Are you super smart? Do you like to, you don't have to answer, I'm just saying. Do you like to look at multiple things at once, right? Are you able to look at your trading platform and go, I could use this, this, and this in real time, and I'm very comfortable with that? Or are you like, you know, I just need to be looking at my time and sales and my DOM with just a few things on my DOM, maybe some MBO or last price or recent bid volume or recent ask volume, and that's enough for me. Anything more than that, I'm overwhelmed with data. If that's the case, then okay, we'll practice it. See if you're good. My style is my own for my brain for how, you know, like I have nothing that I'm selling, nor do I have anything written down for anybody else to see that's like, here you go, learn my style, right? Mine is the way I trade is a combination of many years of trading and many styles all mashed up together. And if I was going to sell something, I'd sell it for more than anybody here can afford to buy. That's the truth. I'm not trying to brag or talk big. I would sell it for more than any of you can afford to pay me for. And it would be like a 1 or 2 time sale, right? With an NDA that you don't distribute, or I come after your. So I'm willing to share a bunch of little tips with you guys about the markets, but to put everything into like a system where if this then that, if this then that, it would take more time than I have, and it would have to be worth it to me. So at this point, it's not. It's just not. So it's not my business model. It's not what I'm doing. So I'm willing to share I'm sharing lots of alpha, lots of edge with you guys, stuff that works. But I'm not putting it into a neat little package for everybody. It's just not what I'm doing. Donnie, I agree with you. So Donnie was around when I was doing Discord, and so Donnie has heard me rant about Sim and about funded trading and about how it's not the same as real money. And that, so for example, if I were to give somebody here, or a bunch of you, real money, if you said, I did really well on some funded account or in sim, it wouldn't mean anything to me. That's the truth. I would need to see actual broker statement, because it's kind of like playing video games. Like you're playing Mortal Kombat and you're like on the whatever, the Xbox or your PS5, and you're like, man, I'm a Mortal Kombat expert. But you're not really going to die, are you? No, you're not. So same thing with trading. Now, how much different would it be if you actually went in your backyard and were getting hit, right? You'd be like, damn it! I'm going to behave so much differently if I get hurt. Like, really hurt. So, it's the same thing with trading. Trading is not just clicking and, emotionless entries and exits. In the real, people would like to say, it is all, it's not very emotional for me because I rely on edge and probability over the long haul. And if you've learned that lesson as a trader, then you're like 99% ahead of everybody else. Okay, you're the exception, not the rule, and that's where we all try to attain that enlightenment as traders, that we're dealing in probabilities. And so because if we really understand that, we know that we should be entering trades based on defined edge and process, and that it'll be okay. You'll make money. And you probably see that I perform that way most of the time. I'm not this emotional wreck. Oh, hey, I feel this way about the market. I feel it's going to go up. I'm not worried about the next 10 minutes or 10 days or 2 years. I'm just going to keep repeating my edge, and it's cool, right? Which is why people say, hey, you're so calm compared to some people. Well, it's because I know I have edge over time. Okay, so I've attained that. But for most people who are still figuring out how to be profitable long term, you don't know if you have edge over the long haul. You don't know. You knew you had edge in a bull market. You knew you had edge in a volatile market, right? With the wide stop and a nearer profit taker, which you made money and noise a lot. But you may not know if you're going to do well in a bear market. You may not know if you're going to do well in a low volatility market, right? You may not know if you're going to do well in a very low volatility bull market. Those are the facts. So in that case, you're going to really struggle not knowing if you have this long-term edge. You're going to struggle with the emotional aspect of trading. That's just how it is. If you're dealing with your own real money. And somebody who is able to do that is totally different from somebody who can click without emotion on a sim, right? Or pay $150 is their risk on a funded account, right? That's your max risk, right? As a sim trader, what's your max risk? Your max risk is the amount you pay for your software or your data feed, right? That's it. That's your max risk. So you are risking some money, but you're not risking money that can essentially increase beyond your initial risk. So learning to trade with the stop loss is very different than learning to trade with initial risk of being a funded trader or being on sim or something like that. So, and I made this comment which offended a whole lot of my old Discord people, which is I was around a bunch of mediocre traders, right? And I happened to pop into the old Discord and they were all butthurt over it. But the fact of the matter is that most of these guys they'd never really proven themselves apart from a sim or apart from step 1 or 2 of a funded trader thing. So get over yourself. You shouldn't have an ego if you haven't proven yourself. But what? Everybody wants to be pat on the back and told, right? Or just don't offend me, right? Is what they're saying. Me, I'm just kind of blunt about it. Like, look, accept mediocrity, and then maybe you can move on. Maybe you can get better if you could accept your mediocre, right? If you think you're Michael Jordan and you actually shoot 20% from the field and you lose all your games, well, if someone comes along and says you're just a mediocre player, you shouldn't be offended. That's even different. You're playing a video game and I'm saying you're mediocre. You don't even know. Anyway, it's a whole thing. Apparently I pissed some people off, so that's okay. Get your big boy pants on. Big girl pants on. Whatever it is. It'll be okay. Anyway. I ain't afraid to say the I'm not afraid. I'm really not afraid of offending people. What is going on? Is there Babe, do you want an espresso? Yeah? Okay. I gotta make my wife a decaf espresso. Let's see. Sim can be fine for first learning how to execute scalps in a specific manner without risk, but further than that is not psychologically connected. Yeah, volatility premia. That's exactly right. That's right, Kermit. I mean, it's really dangerous to trade on sim and think that you're going to feel the same way with real risked money. It's really dangerous. Because if you're like executing without any of the emotion, then one day, all of a sudden, like, okay, let's just use a race car analogy, right? You're on a sim, right? You've got one of these racing seats that moves and it's pretty realistic. But it doesn't actually crash. And you're in F1, right? So you're like learning all the mechanics of everything. And then all of a sudden, one day, you're like, you know, I've been doing this for 2 years or 3 years or 4 years on this sim. And then you go out and you get in an F1 car, right? And you have all these professional drivers around you. And they're aggressive as hell. And they know that you're susceptible because you're a rookie. And you get out there and you get nudged going 180 miles an hour. And you got to be on the edge to compete. Is that going to be different than something that your brain already knows? Yeah, no real risk associated with this. There's future risk involved. I'm smart enough to realize that I'm training for something really important. But your brain is going to produce an adrenal response. You're going to get adrenaline. You're going to start to produce chemicals and cortisol. And all these things is going to raise your heart rate, make your fingers sweat, and your brain constrict and make it hard for you to focus and concentrate. That's real trading. That is real trading. So, you know, I have been there, right? Where when I came off my big 2018, my 2018 loss that I was talking about the other day, I came back on and I just got on a sim and I was so freaked out by my own stupidity, and it took me a few weeks to recover. I got on a sim, and when I got off sim, I got an extreme, almost panic reaction, like I'm about to risk real money, and it's real. So you've got to get over that. And some people have this whenever they get into a position because they've really effed it up before. The brain knows, like, this is real. You can really screw up your life. And the brain will make you go into fight or flight mode. And every time you go into profit, you'll hit flatten. Or you'll get out of the trade. And you'll panic when the trade goes against you and you let it hit your full stop. That's a real thing. I've been there. So I know about it. So, you know, just... That's why I say these things over and over, which is play with real money, but play small. And that way you can build up to a larger account size. But to think you're going to go from 0 to F1 driver tomorrow, you'll see. You will see. It's not gonna be the way you think it's gonna be. So anyway, gotta make my wife some espresso. Thanks for hopping in. Please like, subscribe. If you guys subscribe and hit that notification bell thing, God, I feel like all the other YouTubers, but I won't have to go on Twitter and give you, like, just let people know, because some people have told me, like, hey, I don't know when you're going live. Like, well, there's just like that little notification bell thing, and then you'll get a notification, right? And then that way we can all connect and talk markets and grow together, and a lot of us will become friends. And you know, trading is always much better when you, especially if you have someone experienced. So for you guys, it'll be beneficial. And you know me, I get to practice my Feynman method of trying to explain stuff. And then, of course, there's going to be people in the chat that absolutely have tons to offer me. So, yeah, definitely, Corey. Absolutely. You have to accept the fact that you'll lose a lot. Yeah, I do it. Every single trade, I'm like, yeah, well, let's see. Let's see if I'm going to lose this trade. And then if I don't, I'm sometimes pleasantly surprised. Because I go through losing streaks. I have days where like, you know, I'm just not reading it well. And every time I try something, you know, maybe I haven't figured out what the market's doing for that day. Moves against me, boom, stop out. Get it again, moves against me, stop out. Before you know it, I'm down, you know, maybe halfway of my goal for the day. And the difference, I think, between me and a lot of other traders, that some other traders will just say, I'm done. Psychologically, I'm messed up. And for me, I'm a good target for your Feynman method. Cool, Andre. For me, I just keep plugging because I know I have edge. And so I sit there and I try and determine how the market's moving, and then I keep plugging. And most of the time I make it back up because I'm resilient and I don't panic. Because I realize these losses are just a small data set in a much bigger data set, right? So that's the way I approach it. But you can only approach it that way if you have edge for different scenarios, right? So anyway, we could have taken this mean reversion back to settlement. You see how that trade plays out here on the E-mini and on the NASDAQ? We didn't. Why? Because when it was here, I said its stops would have to be under the lows, and I didn't like the risk reward anymore. Why? I want, and I still, I love talking about trading. I want to, you know, enter here and then have like some kind of better than 1.5 R type trade. And if I miss it in real time, then I miss it. Still would have been right on that trade, but anyway, I'm demonstrating these settlement trades to you guys almost every day, and you can see that they play out a lot. So kind of cool, huh? Corey W says, that video from Douglas about the probability and the pattern and not the outcome was life-changing for me. Yeah, Corey, totally. You know, if I had loaded here on Linux, if I had, what is that screenshot software that it takes a screenshot and then it uploads it? Anyway, if I had screenshot software that uploaded it to the cloud, I'd take a screenshot of one of the files that I have in my like trading folders and stuff, and it's of the Douglas, the 5 Principles of Trading. It's so good. I kept that on my as my computer desktop background for years because I needed it. And I kept that along with all of my targets and what was my optimal trading style, blah, 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 just to remind myself of what to do and not stray from the things I was good at, right? So things like that are useful. But Kermit, it's not light shot. It's, I think it starts with the Q or a G, maybe. All right, Chris, you too, my friend. Go to your family now. I love Andre. He's like, get out of here. All right, I'm out of here. Sorry, all you ex-Discorders, for pissing you off. Please get a thicker shell, turtles. All right, ciao. Gayazo. That's it. Thank you, Entice. You scratched me right in the right spot. That would have driven me bonkers. Gayazo. You know where I learned Gayazo from? Entice. I learned it from Maythune. All right, take it easy.